Hey, my name is Nicholas Hansel, and I am the writer and director of the short film Flowers. So, thank you for watching, and I thought it'd be fun to do a Q&A video answering some questions you might have about the film. I'd love to hear what you thought of this film down below. It belongs to you now, and I'd love to see what you received from it. A little about Flowers. Flowers was shot in 2022 in November in Los Angeles, California. I wrote the script in June of 2022. We did crowdfunding through fundraisers through family and friends. And then I got crew and we shot it in the fall. I then spent January through next year, September in 2023, finishing the film. And then from 2023 of fall all the way to 2024 of fall, it ran the film festival circuit. And it was shown in London, Australia, Toronto, New Mexico, New York City, and Los Angeles, along with being in Turkey. It won Best Direction at the LGBT Toronto Film Festival, and it was nominated for Best Short Film at the East London LGBT Film Festival. Question number 1. What inspired this story? This story is a film that I wish I had when I was younger, coming to terms with what love and sexuality meant to me. The funny thing about this film was that this short film was actually supposed to be a whole other film called My Best Friend, which on this channel you can actually see what we crowdfunded for. That film, My Best Friend, followed Josh and Eddie not in high school, but instead through 3 different times in their lives, from high school, college, and when they're old men. And it was more about a film about discovering how to express love and when to come out and be brave. Flowers came to be when I looked at the script and I just wanted to dive more into their love story. So Flowers is basically the first section of the original short film expanded, and it really helps us discover how do you find love and how do you find your person. Growing up as someone that now identifies as queer, I also had the common experience that many of us do where I got really confused with who I was meant to love. I wanted to love girls, but I also had attraction to men, and I had best friends that I didn't know what my feelings meant. And I wish I had a film like this to show how you find love and how you go about accepting yourself. Question number 2. What does Flowers mean to me? So when creating this film, I knew that I wanted to lean into surrealism. I have a theater background, and theater is really great for having the audience kind of be with you and being more grounded in the present. But film, we get to have a lot of fun with expressing metaphors and having you guys see and feel how the main character is through visual effects. So I knew I really wanted a section in the film that really was just beautiful. I wanted the characters to literally turn into flowers because that was what they were feeling inside. Flowers means a lot to me. I have a tattoo on my arm of a sunflower and daisy for Josh and Eddie. And the tattoo and this film always reminds me to be open to change, because although change is uncomfortable, sometimes it is what causes you to bloom and to fall in love and find people that are meant to fall in love with you. Question number 3. What was the most difficult scene to film in this short film? The most difficult scene to film in the short film was the scene where Eddie runs away from Josh when they're above the street lamp. So when we actually shot that scene, it was, I think, 10 p.m. at night. It was freezing. We shot in November. We had a skeleton crew, which basically meant that we only had me, my DP Miles, and a friend holding lights because we extended a day in filming, which is a whole other topic that I can go into another day if you want. What made the scene really difficult to film was the fact that it was freezing, but also our lights kept dying midway through us shooting the scene. So with Henry, who was playing Eddie, being freezing at night because he was drenched, us trying to keep him warm, and also the lights dying, we would call action and immediately turn the lights on and pray that we would get the shot done. And thankfully, we got the best performances of the film, in my opinion, in that scene. And we only had 2 shots to basically capture it. That scene was also very difficult because originally it was supposed to be shot on a different street. The street that we filmed the exterior of the house, we were going to use that street to film Eddie running away under the street lamp. We unfortunately had the cops called on us because we were filming too late at night and had to push another day to get this extra scene, which is why we had a skeleton crew. Question number 4. What changed from the script to the final cut? We actually cut a whole scene that was supposed to be in the film for this final cut. There's originally a scene between Josh and Julia right before the sleepover where they are both outside and Julia walks with Josh and basically encourages him to make a move on Madeline. This scene added more pressure and added more stakes to Josh making a move on Madeline, which I love. But the reason we took it out was because this film, I was trying to get it into film festivals and we needed to slim it down for timing. I also thought that there were beats within the other scenes that helped convey the pressure that Josh was under to kiss Madeline. In hindsight, I do wish we kept that scene in, but I'm also okay with it being out. Let me know if you would like to see that scene in the future, and maybe I can dig it up and put it on this channel. Also, during the sleepover, if you watch the film back, you'll notice that there's a cut of Eddie and Josh talking in the bedroom during the day. It's the one where Eddie takes out the hat and says, "Oh, you still have this thing," and Josh throws the sleeping bag and tells Eddie to sleep on the ground. Those snippets were actually a full scene that we cut down because of timing. In that scene, Eddie is discovering all the memorabilia in Josh's room, and he's basically getting a little sneak peek into who Josh is. I love that scene, but I do think it works how it's structured right now. If you guys want to see those scenes, let me know in the comments, and maybe I can dig them up and throw them up on this channel. Let me know. Question number 5. Is there something hidden or symbolic that the viewers might be missing? This film is filled with symbolism, as I'm sure you're aware of. We have the film split up in 3 sections: dirt, water, and sun. But what you might not have noticed, which I hope you do, is that each section is actually its own little movie. The dirt section is colored to be more vibrant of dull colors. So more browns and greens. We're more living in the dirt section. When we go to water, blues become more vibrant. And then when we get to sun, everything becomes saturated. So throughout the film starts very dull and ends up very saturated. That was very intentional to give you a huge contrast when they bloom at the end of the film. Something I hope you noticed when watching this film or watching it back is Josh's physicality. To me, it was really important to capture Josh as a flower. So if you go back to the beginning of the film, during the dirt section, you'll see that he's on the ground. And during water, he's looking up at the water, but he's in the dark. And in the sun, he's fully standing by himself, embracing the sun. You will also see at the climax that he kind of kneels down at the street lamp. That was supposed to be a symbol of a flower wilting. And then you also have the foreshadowing of this bright light coming from above him. It's basically saying, not yet, not yet. It's okay to wilt, but there is some light possible coming in the future. Another thing that maybe you didn't notice is how each character in this film have a physical representation of their change that they can wear or hold on to. Josh, as you probably know, is the flower hat. Eddie's are his nails. Madeline is her hairband. And Rob is his EpiPen. When these characters embrace their item, they have fully bloomed because they're different. That's why you'll see Madeline has her hair down for the entire film until she, tells Josh that she is with Julia. And then throughout the rest of the film, she has her hair up because that's who she truly is. That's also why when she throws the peanut butter, her hair is up, right? Rob, at the end, he's handed his EpiPen and he walks away, right? He doesn't fight because he knows that he is different as well. Question 6. What do you hope people take away from this film? I hope that you take away the feeling of love from this film. We live in a world that is often encouraged to be divided, that we need to fit in to be loved. I hope this film reminds you that real love is embracing your differences. And in order to do that, sometimes you need to stand out from the crowd. But don't be afraid to be alone, because when you're alone, you can bloom. And when you bloom, it becomes really simple and more clear who loves you and who you're meant to be with. So I hope you choose to bloom and that you know that change is good and that being different is important. Question 7. What's next? I am currently working on a feature-length screenplay that follows similar themes to Flowers. So if you liked Flowers, you'll probably most likely enjoy my feature film. My feature film follows a man that goes on a road trip up the Pacific Coast Highway in order to reconnect with a long-lost friend who's getting married. While on the road trip, this man rediscovers himself, how he views his childhood, who he is as a person, and learns about letting go of old relationships, who he thought he was, and the meaning of friendship and relationships and love. This film is going to be really cool because it's going to be very similar to Flowers in themes. I'm really attracted to nature and I love the symbolism of growing. We're going to start in LA, which is very dirt orientated, and we're going to end in Portland, Oregon, which has the redwood trees. This film will also hopefully tackle themes that the original short film, My Best Friend. Overall, it's a film about letting go, learning to be yourself, and learning to love the people that love you. If you want to be involved in the journey of creating that film, make sure you follow this channel and also reach out to me. We will be doing a crowdfunding campaign for that film come the end of 2025 and early 2026, and we hope to shoot it in the summer of 2026. I would love your support. It means everything. I am an indie filmmaker, and these stories matter. So please reach out. Please stay in contact. And I hope you enjoyed Flowers. Thank you for watching Flowers. Let me know what you found most interesting about this Q&A, and let me know your honest thoughts and feedback about the short film. I made it a certain way, but it's yours now, and how you view it is its reality. Take good care of yourself, and I'll see you soon. Bye.